Ration card. Ration card without bribe. Is it possible? Of course, it is possible. We will see how we are going to get the ration card without bribe. First of all, what is ration card? It's a well-known document and it is issued by the public distribution system of Civil Supplies and Consumer Protection Department of Tamil Nadu. Whom is it issued to? It is issued to households of citizens of the particular state. Why is it issued? It is to get the food grains at a subsidized rate through fair price shops. Now we can understand easily what is fair price shop. You are going to get the food grains at a fair price. That is why that particular shop is fair price shop. You can compare the price of food grains that you buy from the fair price shop with the private grocery shop. There will be a huge difference. In terms of quality, if you take especially the wheat, sugar and tur dal, they are almost at par with the private grocery shops items. Why should we have a ration card? Because we all are tax paying citizens. We are paying tax. Government is trying to provide benefits through this ration card also. If you do not want to have one ration card for your family, which means you are giving up your benefits even after paying the tax. Now let us see how we can get this particular ration card without giving bribe. First of all, this is completely online. tnpds.gov.in. This is the website through which you can submit your application for your ration card. Through tnpds.gov.in, there is an option Smart Card Application. Through this Smart Card Application form, you can create your own application and then submit to the concerned officer. Before we start filling up this particular form, we need to decide which type of ration card we want. Mainly, no commodity card, sugar card, rice card. Usually, everybody prefers to have rice card because government provides most of the benefits to this particular card, which is rice card. You can decide which type of card you want to have. While filling up this particular application, Smart Card application, we have three main requirements here. First one is mobile number of the family head. Second, valid residence address proof. Third one is Aadhaar cards of each family members. First one, mobile number. This is very important because when you enter this particular your mobile number in your form, whatever the status that is getting updated during the processing of this particular application form will be notified to you even after your approval, and you have to create one account using your mobile number only. Second, resident address proof. The government of Tamil Nadu had provided many different resident address proofs for acceptance, but I would prefer to have Aadhaar card with valid address. Third, Aadhaar cards of each family members. It is a must-have document because while filling up, we have to mention the Aadhaar numbers of each family members. Important thing is, this online form does not say Aadhaar is mandatory. You may wonder why I am insisting on Aadhaar number. Because even after you get your ration card without Aadhaar card and Aadhaar numbers for your family members, in future the Taluk supply officer would request you to submit the Aadhaar numbers of each family members including the family head, because in the system, in the PDS system, Taluk supply officer want to link your Aadhaar numbers and your family members Aadhaar numbers to the ration card. This is a very important thing in the PDS system because there are many people submit duplicate applications and get multiple ration cards and misuse. We should not encourage that. That is why through Unused Ink, I am insisting on Aadhaar card. We are just being a responsible citizen by submitting Aadhaar card as a valid address proof while filling up this particular form. While filling up this form, you may have a LPG gas connection details section where you would be mentioning your LPG connection details. This is also required details for the Taluk Supply Officer to approve your petition. So while you submit your valid address proof, please attach the LPG connection voucher also part of this document submission. Also, by submitting this LPG gas connection voucher, you are telling the officer that you are cooking and living in this address that you are mentioning, because the main requirement to get the ration card is that the family has to cook and live in the particular address that you are mentioning. By submitting the LPG gas connection voucher details, you are telling the officer that you are cooking and living in that place. In the LPG section, you cannot see a attachment option. How do you attach the LPG gas connection voucher? While attaching the residence address proof, you can attach this particular LPG connection voucher also. You have to combine residence address proof and the LPG connection voucher and make it as a one single PDF file and then upload. Now we have completed our form and we have submitted it. Make sure you receive an SMS about your application number you would have received, or please make a note after you submit the form. You will see the application number on the screen. Once you complete this particular form, you will be submitting to the Taluk Supply Officer. Now what is next? There are 3 stages before you get your ration card. First one, document verification. So whatever the documents you submitted, if you have submitted LPG gas connection voucher and the other cards of each family members, then you are most likely you are going to get the approval at document verification stage. In the field verification, the Taluk Supply Officer, he has to visit in person and verify that the family is cooking and living in that particular place. This is a very important requirement to get the ration card. Practically, the Taluk Supply Officer could not visit each applicant's house and he cannot verify that. That's why I insisted on LPG gas connection voucher. If you submit, you would get an approval at the field verification level also. Third one, TSO approval, Taluk Supply Officer approval. If the first 2 stages are already got an approval, you are more than likely you are going to get an approval very easily at the final stage. What happens next? You will receive an SMS that your application has been approved, which means you got the ration card. Okay, now when is the physical ration card? You have received an SMS that it is approved, but what about the physical ration card? Physical ration card would take at least 60 days from the date of submission of your application. So the total process would take 60 days as per the government of Tamil Nadu. You have to wait till 60 days and you will receive an SMS for collecting the ration card also. Okay, during this period, while you are waiting for the physical ration card, how do you get the food grains from the fair shop? It's a very important question. You can download the smart card as a PDF document from the TNPDS website, or you can use TNPDS app. You can use either. For that, your registered mobile number is important because you have to authenticate using OTP. Now, what if the TSO rejects the application? Even after submitting all the required details, the TSO has rejected it. We have submitted all the documents in order, but it's a rejection. This happens out of a frustration that corrupt public servant could not get a bribe from us. That is why it happens. This corrupt officer just wants to reject with some bogus reason. This is very common in case the officer is a corrupt officer, corrupt public servant. What to do? We all know what to do. That is Right to Information Act petition. You have to write a Right to Information Act petition and ask the reason for rejection. If you know the reason, through the status tracking, you can ask some questions. You can ask relevant government orders or relevant circulars or relevant sections and subsections from the Essential Commodity Act for rejecting my petition. You can ask these details from the Taluk Supply Officer, who is going to be the Public Information Officer in that particular office. If we have submitted all the details correctly, instead of replying to your petition, that officer would approach and definitely ask you to create another application, and then that particular second application would be processed very soon, and you would get the ration card definitely. Thank you. Please subscribe and share to create more social awareness.